Guys, today is December 3rd. And man, here we go again, guys. Here we go again with the overtrading streak. When I tell myself not to overtrade and follow my rules. Now, if you're listening and you're a profitable trader, or if you're new, man, like, how do you guys do it? Genuinely, how do you guys do it? When you lose and you think the next trade is the winning one, like, how do you avoid that? I really can't get that out of my head. When the draw is nice, well, not really here, but in this case, but typically when your draw is nice, like, how do you avoid that? Just curious. Let's get into it. All right. Oh, I can't do that, but I'll show you guys. So going into the day. I marked out our draws. We have these highs that were recently placed before we dumped pre-market, and then we have these lows that got edged. Um, so I was, what is this called? My draw was this low. I was more drawn into the bearish draw instead of the bullish draw, because this one's pretty recent. This one's too high, and I don't think we're gonna go up there. This one was pretty solid though. And so yeah, those are my draws. So what do I look for now? I look for displacement towards our draw. So pre-market, we dumped so much and we were so close to our draw. A lot of people with continuation probably entered around here, right where we're continuing to displace lower. So you could have probably entered here, preferably here. I don't know about these two. To do this for a 1-to-1, right? You could probably even do this, but most lost, and that's probably a statistical loss because we're so close to the draw. What we did do is create an SMT. So if we check out the hourly, on NQ we did not sweep this low, but on ES we did, or like relatively equal, right? And so a bullish draw, okay, but I still want to get this taken. I think it's still a stronger draw than the bullish. So I tried to keep shorting, right? There was a 5 and 15 minute gap here, so something like this. We traded into it and we displaced lower, and I don't typically like to enter off here. Like I said, we're trying to find the last leg, last lower high, and then to go lower low to this drop, right? And I thought it was here where we tapped into this 1 minute right here. Good displacement. You could have entered there, but I wanted to follow up on this trade where we enter. No, I did enter here on this candle. I just moved it here. It was more like this. That's more like how my trade went. And I was just targeting the body closure of this candle and possibly lower, and we took that L. Okay, and I was fine with it. Okay, first L, boom. Typically my first trade is usually a loss. I don't know why. It's just statistics that I've been noticing. And then here we made a bearish SMT on the lower time frame. I'm actually not sure if we had a higher time frame SMT. You can probably look real quick. Probably not. Yeah, no. But there is a low time frame SMT here, and the SMT happened here, but I did enter on this candle. Great displacement lower after, and then immediately went higher. We didn't even sweep these lows or these lows to continue higher. obviously we just retraced to this 5 and 15, displaced lower. I'm thinking, hey, we didn't sweep these highs, we're still in a bearish trend, so we're going to a bearish trend. So that's where I was going, and I took another L there. Actually, I think I was break even here. Yeah, this might have been a break even. And then boom, I scratched that. We made another SMT here. I didn't see like great displacement lower, so I didn't take it. And then another SMT here, right? A lot of SMTs. Honestly, a lot of people lost today, and I think I just lost too much. Too much. I just wanted to hit one of these draws, either this bullish gap or even this low, or not bullish gap, but bullish draw or the bearish draw, right? Here I did see a bearish displacement, pretty strong, right? We covered, the candles below were continuation to go bearish, and then we made a bullish candle, but immediately displaced lower, and I just kind of entered off that. That one I did take an L. Here's the other SMT, right? Oh no, yeah, another SMT. It was a bearish one. I marked this out after I found out it was an SMT, but I was thinking, hey, by this time I was like, okay, maybe the draw is higher. We're making higher highs and higher lows on the lower time frame, and so I saw this. We swept this internal low, right? We displaced pretty strong on these three candles to the buy side, and then bearish candle. I was hoping to get a wick lower, but we didn't. And then a strong displacement again, and the next candle was just dumped. I don't know if it was news or whatever, but during that time it literally just dumped immediately. So I was like, fuck. So at this point I was down almost six seven hundred. And then I tried again here. So I was like, okay, we swept these lows now. I guess we're leaving this because we inversed this. So I was like, okay, perfect. At the moment, what I was thinking is we wicked on this small bullish gap, and then we were going higher, so I entered here, and then the candle went lower, and then I just got stopped for a full daily drawdown of $1,000. And took another L. And honestly, the price is so choppy. Even if you were bullish, you probably got stopped because of your stop loss just getting wicked because of how choppy it is. And then yeah, it did end up going to our draw, but that's after that's literally the end of New York, so nobody's even trading at that time. If you were still, then that's crazy. But yeah, I'll just show you how choppy price was. Like, you'll see so many wicks on the 5. It's actually insane. Like, look at these wicks, market open. So yeah, here's the 5-minute I was talking about that we displaced through. So with this, with trade recaps, I gotta tell myself what I'm doing wrong. And I think a big part of today is obviously over trading, but ultimately what we should have noticed before we traded, price was chopping. And in choppy conditions, the probabilities are way lower, and we should not trade at all. We shouldn't have traded at all today. Some people on TikTok won, but to be honest, good for you. I don't know how you did. Yes, I was gambling almost the whole entire time, but I just wanted to see another green day, past an eval, went 900 on the first day, and then the second day we lost it all and some change. So ultimately we're down like $100, I think, on the account, and just really disappointing. Really disappointing. This is the real side of trading. You can go on TikTok and see everyone winning. Here's how you do it. Here's the strategy. They don't talk about the psychology part of trading, and honestly, that's the hardest part. You know, it's so easy to say that I don't want to overtrade, but the thought of the next trade being the winner, why not take it, right? Makes sense. If you really think the next trade is the winning trade, why not take it? It's like saying, oh, I don't trust myself enough to take that winning next trade. And honestly, with me, since I did pass the eval, I think what I'm gonna do is just to not lose the account as fast. Obviously, I don't want to lose it in general, but as fast. If it's possible to lower the daily drawdown to like 800 instead of 100, and then I'll do lesser cons, obviously. But man, if like it's a A plus setup, I'm definitely taking a higher contract, because if you're confident with it, might as well make it higher contract. And hopefully they did talk about good traders, or like people that has been trading for a year. Obviously, this is my first December. They've been talking about how December is pretty bad in price action. I just hope it continues to be better, just like the other 2 days. Obviously, today was really bad, but yeah, that's it for me. Really disappointing on my end. I hope you guys took a winning trade. It's just really hard to not take a trade knowing there's a possibility the next trade will win. Let me know your thoughts on that. And with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Deuces.